Hi everyone, it's Jack from Jack's English. Now I'm a language learner like you, and one of the hardest things that I find is to get good free content for learning language. So in today's video, I'm going to give you 3 free websites where you can find a huge amount of content and improve your English. Before we start, a quick disclaimer. I am not connected to any of these sites. They are not paying me. I get no benefit at all. I just want to provide you with some good free content. So I'm going to introduce to you 3 websites, and they have 3 different purposes in your study. The first one is going to help you with your reading and vocabulary. The second one is going to help you with audio, so listening. And the final one is going to help you with your overall in-depth study of English. All of these websites are free and a lot of students don't know them. So let's get straight into today's class where I show you 3 fantastic learning resources. So the first website that I want to introduce to you is Engu. And as you can see, it's engu.com. The reason I want to introduce this one to you is this section here, the materials. There are endless materials available for all different levels, and I want to just show you some of my favorite parts. The first one is the daily news section. This is updated daily. As you can see, there are so many articles of all different types, and as we go down the page, you can see there's different topics covered. So science and technology, culture and entertainment, economy and business. Now, if we take a look at one of these articles, so here, new coffee released that tastes like tea. And it's an intermediate, a level 6 out of 10. With every single article they give you vocabulary that comes up in the article, and they show you it in context using examples. They then show you the article itself, so new coffee released that tastes like tea. And then they give a lot of discussion questions, some based on the article, and then they expand to further discussion where they're talking about the subjects covered in the article. Now, this is a wonderful way to learn English in context, which you know I'm a huge fan of. On top of this, if we go back to Engu, go to our materials, it's not just daily news, they also have lots and lots of sections, and it's all free. So one of my favorite ones to go to is the discussion section near the bottom. This one has lots of discussion subjects, in this case, advanced or proficient level. Let's take a quick look. These are really typical discussion topics, the kind of thing that I do in my classes in groups. So if we take a look at happiness, something that we all need to learn about, again, they give vocabulary and context, they give an article, it could be some dialogue, in this case it is a real article, and then they've got the questions again. The reason I'm introducing Engu to you is just for the huge amount of free content. They do have a paid section. If you go to here, you can register. They do have plans and prices. They offer lessons. But if you just want to study at home and you need content, I strongly recommend engu.com. The next website where you can study for free is Qlips. The reason I'm introducing Qlips to you is for the listening section of your study. Qlips is full of free podcasts. And there is wonderful material, so much content. I think they have more than 600 podcasts. Now, there are 2 levels of this website, the non-members section and the members section. I'm not signed up as a member, but as you can see, one of my favorite sections is Chatterbox. Here we have 252 podcasts dealing with really typical subjects. To show you an example, a very topical issue at the moment is social distancing. So here you've got your free podcast. You can download it for yourself. You don't need to sign up, you don't need to be a member or pay any money, it's all yours for free. They do give you study guides and transcripts, but here is where you do need to sign up to be a member. You've got the PDF study guide here. As you can see, when I tried to do that, I'm asked to log in. Of course, you are welcome to do that to get much more content. If we go back to podcasts and look at the menu, another one that I really like is Real Talk. Real Talk deals with typical conversational topics, so ordering coffee, choosing a cell phone plan, typical things you have to deal with in English life. This is another wonderful resource. If we look at this, for example, not only do they give you the downloadable podcast, but they also show you some extra facts and the expressions and vocabulary used in the podcast. Please make the most of this. Qlips is fantastic. I couldn't recommend it enough to you. Finally, I'd like to introduce to you the website English Club. Now, as you can see, English Club is a little bit of an older website, not quite such an attractive layout, but scrolling down this list, there is unlimited content. It's unbelievable. Now, I'm introducing this for the slightly heavier learners, the people that want to get involved in the grammar, a bit more specific vocabulary, because again, this is a great resource for this type of learner. So let's take a look at grammar lessons. With grammar lessons, they show all of the parts of speech and you can go very, very in depth. So my favorite section, for example, would be verb tenses. There are 12 particularly confusing verb tenses that you can see here. These are the types of things I deal with on my channel. Here's a very good one, which is present perfect continuous. They show you everything you could possibly want to know. They show how to use it, in what situations you can use it. And I recommend this for students who want to do a little bit of extra studying alongside my videos where I discuss verb tenses. So that's one wonderful resource on the English Club. On top of that, if we go back to the main menu, another resource I use are the vocabulary lessons. Now this is wonderful because you have topic vocabulary. One thing I use with some students are the food topics, so you can learn vocabulary within a particular cuisine, for example, British food vocabulary. They show everything in context. All of this highlighted vocabulary is then described at the bottom. They give pictures, they give example sentences. You couldn't want more. It's amazing. I actually do use this with some students and I'm a big fan of this website. As you can see, it is free. As far as I can see, everything available is free. They make their money through advertising. There is quite a lot of advertising on the pages, but we should be grateful because there's so much free content on here. So that's my final recommendation, English Club. This is for the students who want to go in depth and really learn more about grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, etc. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. That's 3 free websites where you can improve your English. They are not commonly known among my students, so I hope that you found some benefit and perhaps found a website that you hadn't heard before. If you have any questions about these websites or any suggestions for future content, let me know below as usual. And of course, give me that like, I really appreciate it, and subscribe below so that you can join me for future videos. Have a wonderful week and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.